I apologize about that. Uh, I was trying to get this little echo out of my ear or the static comes in when I have my dentist appointment today. Sorry, I'm sucking on a cough drop. So I'm going to put this on. It's a portable air conditioner because when I get really nervous, I get really hot. And they're going to do a deep cleaning and a filling. They found my first 2 cavities ever. And I've never had braces or fake teeth. Hey, Scarlett, it's good to see you here. You know what, Scarlett? I really like you. You're fun. Hey, Lufa. Hey, Peach. All right, guys, so I'm going to do this very nicely. Really nice. Hey, Samantha, Danielle, Brooke. Okay, so hold on. While we are gathering around, let me go ahead and find something really quickly. So let me just catch up to speed on something real fast. Apparently, I'm just going to clear something right off the bat real fast. Hey, Laura. It's been brought to my attention, and I will upload this on the Brighter Days channel, that basically I killed my other hamster, Sandra, and that this hamster, Carol, I abused them. I over cologne myself, even though people don't know what kind of cologne I use or the incense that I'm spraying in my home. So let me just show these over in the Rambler community. It's been brought to my attention that people just did a virtual tour of my home, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And also, it's been brought to my attention that I'm abusing my animals. So just so you know, we're going to show everybody, hey, 50 Shades of Blonde, I am actually very sensitive to smells and harsh scents and stuff like that. So any air freshener or any cologne or anything I wear, just see that right there, non-irritant. Okay. And most of the stuff that I use is animal safe. And first of all, let me just make this real loud and clear. I take care of that little girl over there probably better than most of you people take care of your children, just in my opinion. I spoil the crap out of them. They are well taken care of. So, yeah, for you to say that, I probably check on my hamster more than you check on your family. And that is just my observation. So anyways, I'm going to drop a video in the chat. This is the other night in the Rambler community. What has happened is there was a woman on the panel saying Robbie stood in front of his home and he's stupid because he stood in front of his home. So she said she took it upon herself to go on Zillow and do a virtual tour of my home before I put the bricks up and all this stuff. And, because they like to make jokes that they say live in my aunt or my mom's basement, which, first of all, I love living here and my aunt loves it. So let's just get that off the table real quick. But it's been brought to my attention something very interesting, and I'm going to bring that up in a moment. I'm going to let you guys go over and watch this video. I'm just going to say, watch this, and I'm going to post the link. There's the clip of them speaking about this. And then you come back and you gather around because we're going to talk about that and a couple other things, and we're going to do it very politely. Okay. So go watch the video and then come back and gather around.
No chance, no dance, no chance, no dance, no chance, give me second chances.
That's so cool!
I won! Yay! Ow! Ow!
I know some of you don't want to go engage in that nonsense, and that's perfectly fine, but I see that some of you did go over to watch it. So while we're waiting, let's say hello to some people. Just uploaded a video about a YouTuber being arrested for doing something sick. Why don't they focus on covering true things and not make lies about people? Hey, Beverly. Beverly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Beverly. Happy birthday to you. And do you notice I'm wearing the shirt that Sally Mustang Sally sent me? Stop bullying and stand up and speak out. That makes me want a hot dog real bad. Carol is a lucky hamster. I am a lucky dad to have Carol. And listen, I may joke around a lot and stuff like that, but nothing warms my heart better than my hamster. Like, her life is delicate and beautiful, and I want to make sure that her whole life is fulfilled and filled with wonderful, beautiful things. Yeah, Trinda. But see, you get the gist. I see you went over and you watched it. These people do need Jesus. We all do. I agree. Okay. So, if you went over and watched it, thank you, Callie. I appreciate that. So, if you went over and watched it, you will see that this woman said that I stood in front of my building. Now, anytime I've done that, I'm very aware of any addresses being shown or anything. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, where did this come from? What? And we'll get to that in a minute, but let me just say one more thing about the hamster. Before they spoke about that, they spoke about my hamster Sandra that passed away. I had to put her to sleep. I brought her to the doctor multiple times. We couldn't figure out what was going on with her. She lost all of her hair. And this woman on panel is sitting there saying, and his hamster lost all of her hair because of all those chemicals when he picks her up, all those chemicals. Again, I wear non-irritant body spray. And it's not like I spray it. And first of all, I'm not even going to explain that to you. You're an idiot for saying that. Okay. Again, thank you, Callie. So let's get to what she was saying in the video. She said that I stood in front of my building and that's how she found me. So, of course, she took it upon herself to do a whole virtual tour of where I live, because that's what you do. I find it very, very interesting. And I'm thinking, there's no way. There's no way. And if you look on her panel, actually, the original video was from 2 nights ago on Kitchen Lady's channel at about the 3-hour, 44-minute mark. Hey, checking convictions. So I'm thinking, how in the world would they get that just from me standing in a portion of the staircase at first of all, they're not apartments, they're townhomes. So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what the hell? Well, let me tell you something. Just a few weeks ago, actually on the 17th of July, just about 2 weeks ago, Kitchen Lady, I realized she's starting to call me SR and she's not calling me by my name anymore. Well, that's because I gave her a cease and desist. And the cease and desist was to tell her to stop talking about basically accusing me of doing things I didn't before Mother's Day of like last year. She accused me of saying some pretty horrible stuff about her son. Now, anything after that, in anger and frustration of her making false accusations of me, of course, I've said mean stuff and I'll own it. Yes, absolutely, because you falsely accused me. So basically, the cease and desist was to tell her to stop lying about me. Guess what was on that cease and desist, guys? My address. So I find it funny if you look over on that panel while that lady's talking about doing a Zillow tour of my home. Little Rambler lady's just sitting there. Oh, yeah. He shouldn't be filming in front of his house like that. So I'm assuming it's okay for all of us to go do Zillow tours of all of your homes. Is that what you're saying? Can you imagine if somebody did that in her community? First of all, I don't care, but I'm calling out hypocrisy is what I'm doing. And the fact that I have reason to believe that from this cease and desist that I gave this woman, that she shared my address with people. I agree, Lufa. I agree. So let me just say publicly, uh, I do, Truth Seeker. Let me say publicly to this kitchen lady, you have never retracted your false statements about me as of Mother's Day of last year. To be exact, I'm going to say May 10th of 2020, you made false accusations about me being on a panel about your son. Anything after that has been fair game. I tried to be nice. I tried to reach out to you and speak to you, and you've done nothing but defame me and gaslight me. And I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. I do have reason to believe that you shared my address with your community, and you are going to stop. End of story. There's no other way your little community would have got my address. And you know, she hopped on that, saw my address. She probably got on her computer and was like, oh, look at that kitchen. You know, and it's just ridiculous. That would be fun, Scarlett. I would totally do one with you. You seemed so cool yesterday, you guys. If you're not following Scarlett's channel, you should drop your link, Scarlett. I gave you a wrench. Ooh. Hi, Zero Filter. Creepy old lady stalking handsome guy. Why, thank you. She was hot to do it. Absolutely. Which, I mean, I'm surprised she didn't do it sooner. Maybe she has. But listen, kitchen lady, I want nothing to do with you. You do nothing but gaslight people. And with me, you've done it over and over and over. And here's the thing. They've contacted people from my job. They've contacted the other company that I represent twice. Total of 6 contacts. And I'm not blaming her for this. Okay. I'm not saying she did this. Somebody did. And I brought it to my union representative's attention multiple times. And they think by sending these videos like, oh my God, did you see Robbie? And even when I'm kidding, even when I'm doing a parody video, they'll talk about that. Did you see Robbie doing this? Or did you see he's a racist? Did you see that he's a homophobe? Just stupid stuff to try to make people get to me. And yes, the video they did send to one of my employers, they did send the video of me cussing people out that Casbat put together a while ago. Cussing people out, calling them the C word. They put together basically all these clips of me snapping on people. They, of course, threw in the joke part where we were all joking like 2 years ago on a panel. We were saying gay jokes. We were saying, she says the Holocaust Cafe jokes. Okay. First of all, let me tell you something. If anybody knows when I'm joking around and you know my humor, you know that my intentions are always good. Even when I'm angry, my intentions are I'm pissed off at you. Okay? Just because I left to go to Natasha, I'm sorry, Debbie. I would not openly come on here and be like, oh my God, and do something so horrible, racist, homophobic. That's just ridiculous. Okay. So the fact that she keeps recycling that same crap, and that was a long time ago too. Now I know better than to joke with people that don't have an open mind. Because seriously, in my humor and in my world, honestly, I will joke about anything. I will not make a joke of something, but I try to find humor. When my friends are sad, I try to make them laugh. When I'm sad, I try to make myself laugh. So if you can't get humor, then you don't belong in my community. Livid that I asked you to go to the Lazy Dog. Oh, yes, you're the one that asked me to go to the Lazy Dog. Okay. Yeah, why does she care? Why does she care, Debbie? And I would love to go to the Lazy Dog with you. And you know what? I'll even pay. I know what you're dealing with. Yeah, and you know what, you guys? This happened long before she accused me of that false accusation on the 10th of May last year. She was mad over other stupid stuff because I spoke to people. The same thing she was doing to you, Debbie, and other people. There's a woman named BBT Boston who is a great friend of mine. Well, I got 2 different emails from Kitchen Lady and Casbat saying I can't be a part of their community, you know, I'm welcoming somebody who put death threats on them. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, if somebody's putting death threats on you, why are you emailing me? Why don't you go to the police? That doesn't make any sense. And if it was a valid death threat, how come that person isn't arrested? That's what went through my mind. Yeah, checking convictions. Listen, I'm telling you guys this, I don't care. Okay, it's not like I'm like, how dare you come do a virtual tour of my beautiful home? Beautiful home. My aunt and I are the best roommates ever. We love each other. We adore each other. We compliment each other every day. We're the best. The best. I love living here. It's amazing. And you know, all the time they're like, he lives in his mom's basement or he does this. No, actually, my aunt and I live together. And I moved here after Cody and I broke up. Thank you, Debbie. And I haven't left ever since. And I love it here. And the thing is, here's what's really crappy about these people. The other day, Kitchen Lady was saying, like hinting to people, somebody got fired from their job because they commented on a coworker's sweater on Facebook. People can get fired for this. You know, basically getting people to like call people's jobs, right? Hey, Kim. So basically, let me see if I got this straight. You attack my journey of recovery. Okay. So basically, I don't know if you want me to fail in that or not. Thank you, checking convictions. And then you start talking about jobs. And then you talk about me living in my aunt's basement. So let me see if I get this straight. If I'm a person who pays my way in the world, I pay, just so you know, I pay rent. Okay. I pay my bills. Not that it's any of your fucking business. But then for you to turn around and try to get me to lose that, because people have contacted, like I said, where my incomes come from, including my PayPal, by the way. My PayPal, I lost the battle of what I was talking about before. It was fully refunded to that person, but I'm glad it's over. So if you guys are trying to mess with my income, my sobriety, where I live, stuff like that, would it be no surprise if I did live in somebody's basement? You see what I'm saying? It's like you want to knock people down when they're down, or you want to hurt them, um, or you want to make fun of people. Like, let's say I did live, Scarlett, thank you. I adore you. Thank you. Let's say I did live in someone's basement, my aunt, my parents, wherever. Again, I'm somebody who is in recovery still, again. Thank God I have a place to be in recovery. Thank God I'm not on the streets where I could easily get depressed and want to use and abuse whatever substances or whatever. Thank God for that. And I've heard this woman multiple times talk about people and where they live. She did it with BBT. It's a shame they live in a basement or they live here. Why is it your concern where somebody's state of where they're living? Thank God that they have a roof over their head. So to sit there and pretend like you are a perfect human being while you're trashing people for where they live, their sobriety, whatever it is, the way that they treat their hamster. Dude, my fucking hamster has a car. She has a fucking car. You want to see it? I'm going to get my hamster's car. Where is it? Here it is. Does your fucking hamster have a car? Does your kid have a car? This is one of my hamster's rides, okay? One of them. She is very well taken care of, just like Sandra was. Hey, Stephanie. And so for people like this to sit there, first of all, what? You know what? I think ever since I served her the cease and desist, which I don't give a shit if she talks about me. I just want her to stop lying about what she lied about me and retract what she lied about me to get thousands of her followers to come after me in May of last year. And then you sit there and wonder, they'll sit there and talk about me nonstop. His sobriety, where he lives, where he works, where he this, where he that. Yet you get so offended if anybody ever brings up any of your children. Do you realize that I'm the child of someone? Oh, but then you turn around and talk about my family as well. But you don't want people to talk about your family. She'll never admit she's wrong, Christy. So I wanted to bring that to your attention because I think it's complete bullshit and very hypocritical. Because again, if somebody did a virtual tour of any of these people's homes and announced it and spoke about it, they would be doing a live stream for hours and hours and hours about it. Maybe Ninth Realm, I don't know. So ask yourself, Ramblers, why that's okay. Why that's okay. Good point, Tisme143. Says, strange she talks about you living with your aunt, but she never talks bad of Frankie Jr. not having a job and living with his parents and living off GoFundMes. Well, see, he's been through a hard time, right? Well, she thinks that nobody else has been through a hard time. She thinks nobody else has grieved or lost a loved one or anything like that. And listen, when you lose somebody you love, I've lost tons of people I love, whether they be animals or people. Okay, so, and people are like, well, you don't have children. I don't give a fuck. Love is love. And when you care about somebody, you love them. And when they're gone, it hurts. And yeah, first of all, I know why they were talking about my hamster, Sandra, who's over there hanging on the wall, her ashes. I know why they're talking about her. She's like, how dare you compare, my child to your hamster? First of all, I'm not saying anybody is equivalent to a hamster, but that hamster I treated just like my child because she was. And so is this one right here. That's why I say that. And when I lost Sandra, and after she lost all of her hair, after hundreds of dollars at the vet, these people act like I was spraying cologne all over my house and I killed her and all of her hair fell off. All of Sandra's hair fell off. Okay. I took her multiple times to the vet and then ended up having to take her to the vet to get her put to sleep because the vet could not figure out what was going on with her. Which, if you must know, I think it's because I had this log cabin that I would wash, and I think the moisture maybe, I don't know what happened. And that was a hard time for me. And it's not like she sat there in her cage and lost all of her hair and died. It was a process over like a month of me giving her antibiotics every day. I was feeding her baby food every day, okay? So you can just shut the fuck up about talking about my hamster, who it was my child, and this one is. But the reason she did that is to try to get under my skin, okay? Which you didn't, but I'm just explaining to you the hypocrisy of you. Yeah, if you're, hey, Gulf Coast Mama, if you are, it seems like to me, if you're in the outside world, outside of her, you don't have feelings, she doesn't care about it, and it's pathetic. And people wonder why I've had such an issue with this person for so long. Yeah, checking convictions. You're right. Animals are and always were like children. They are family. They are. And you know what? The reason I choose, everyone's like, why do you choose hamsters, as pets? They have such short lifespans. That's exactly why. I want their little lifespan to have, no, Sally Ann, you're not. Hi, Sally Ann. Thank you, Peach. I appreciate that. You're sweet. Their lifespans are small, and a lot of people don't get them for that purpose, so they just sit in cages at the pet store. So that's why I get them. Um, thank you, Gulf Coast Mama. I say the same as you. I love my animals. They are my children, same as my kids. Love you too, Christy. Yeah, it's just I've gone a long time, and I'll go, and people will send me stuff, and look, there's a lot of different people that come at me. And here's the thing too. This woman has sat in streams that have been pretty dirty about me and other people, and then she'll sit there and play innocent. Look, kitchen lady, I want nothing to do with you. I don't care to talk about you, but it seems like your little community, I mean, not only are you talking about me, but you're doing virtual tours of my home. Let me say that again. Not only are you talking about me, but you're doing virtual tours of my home after you got my address on a legal document that was sent to you for the behavior, asking you to stop your behavior that you've been doing since May 10th of 2020. And now, since you're referring to me as SR, listen, do not refer to me as any abbreviation or any nickname, because the cease and desist was the first step, but I'm done. That video that you accused me on May 10th is still up, and that is 100% defaming and a lie. So if you don't take it down, and if you continue your nonsense saying that I lied and I was up on a panel, you are going to be held legally responsible. And I'm saying that out in the open right now, because I am done with your harassment. You're an amazing person. I personally never heard her speak on you. I don't think that's okay, and you're a kick-ass person. Just because you're friends with, I don't care. Thank you. That's a cool name. Hey, Pine Mountain. Yeah, that's what I've referred to her as. Oh my goodness, Debbie, don't do that. Debbie, email me. Don't dox yourself, Debbie. Email me. Good night, Lonnie. I live in a barn. You're wonderful. See, you know what? These people act okay. They pretend to be caring people, right? They're so caring and they're advocates for all these families and stuff. Yet they trash. Oh, Debbie, yes. Here, let me give you my email so you don't put your number in the chat. Love you too, checking convictions. Hold on. I want to make sure you didn't have a clone that did that, did you? Anyways, they're such caring people, right? And they help communities and stuff, but they trash people that are trying in the world and maybe are struggling or actually had to work for what they have. So they're trashing people that are at the bottom starting over again. I'm very open and proud to say that my entire life I've made bad choice after bad choice and mistakes, and things have gotten in the way of being successful as far as, being independent and living on my own, which I did for a long time. And then I failed in. Big fucking whoop. The fact that you sit there and talk about it shows that you're not the caring person you pretend to be, because your actions speak louder than words. So what would happen if they turned around and maybe they made me like relapse or on drugs or something? And what if I lost my jobs, all my income, and my aunt was like, hey, you're not paying anymore, you got to go. And then I ended up on the street, and then I streamed a couple last times before my phone bill ran out. And then all of a sudden they make fun of me because I'm homeless. How does that work? Like, when does it stop? Do you guys stop once you succeed in destroying somebody? Is that what your goal is? Because it ain't going to happen with me. It's not going to happen with me. That's why I'm still living, breathing, and trying hard in my life. And that's why, guys, that's why my channel's named Save Robbie, because it's okay to make bad choices and start over and over and over and over and over again. Ooh, thank you for posting that, Peach. And it's okay. And for people like that to make people feel bad for starting over or, you know, trying to do good in their life, what the fuck is wrong with you? What if someone's having a hard time in life and they say something to make another harm themselves? It happens all the time. We're all supposed to be adults. This is terrible behavior. That's why they do it very subtly. You know, that's why she's only referring to me as nicknames and everybody knows who they're talking about and they still talk about me and they still gaslight and they still, you know, they do the same shit that they've been doing for a long time. Hey, Jan. Hey. She has a whole army run out of the kitchen. Oh, I know. I know. They've come after me for a long time over a lie. Over a lie. And then here's the thing. I remember, and it's sad that I even have to explain this to people, but the night that I was supposedly on a panel trashing her deceased son, which she lied about, I was in bed watching the movie Knives Out with Jamie Lee Curtis. And I saw Limonade was live and I popped in, I said hi in their chat for a couple minutes maybe, and I left. They were not doing what she accused them of or me. So afterwards, you know, I was very nice. I tried to reach out to her and all of them and be like, look, this is not true. This is false. So after about a week or two of them trashing me and not listening to me and her ignoring me and still going on and saying this defaming lie, yeah, I started getting mad and I started cussing her out. And Mandy Bell puts this stupid video up on her channel of me being on a panel. This is way after she blamed us. And we're talking about it and we're like, I can't believe she blamed us. And somebody from RDA on that panel says, I'll say it. She wants to say that we said it. And then he said what we were accused of. They use that video and say that that was before. And that's also defamation because they don't put the date on it. So the fact that this woman made a false slandering accusation against me and she won't fix it, she won't correct it, shows that she has too much pride to be the Christian. You know, she bashes me for being a Christian all the time. You're not a Christian because you're not owning up to your faults. And you're not being forgiving or peaceful at all. But see, she doesn't want to look at her own behavior at all. Hey. After yesterday, I put loud music on my headphones and danced and sang at the top of my lungs. Lights were turning on in my neighborhood. Hey, well, good for you. Sometimes you just got to dance, right? Oh, Lufa, I hope you feel better. And see, Pine Mountain, I think, you know, obviously she loves God because she talks about him, but look at your own actions. You know, they're always saying, oh my God, he does these horrible, vile things. And this woman, whoever she was, talking about my virtual tour, she's like, well, you know, he deserves it. He goes out and does these terrible things. You mean I respond to people? Is that what you're talking about? Responding? Yeah, check yourself. Check yourself. Because the only thing I've ever done is responded. I've not just gone after people and been like, ooh, let's pick somebody out that we could pick on. That's not who I am. If you know me, you know that. And if I've ever cussed at you or cussed you out or been mean to you, you know why. Didn't just come out of nowhere. Bitching in her kitchen. Yeah, it's just, and a lot of people are starting to catch on because she does this to multiple people. And I'm sick and tired of it, you know? Now it's getting to the point where you're doing virtual tours in my fucking house. Seriously? Yet she wants to be left alone and she's scared or whatever. No, scared people don't break and enter virtually. No. If you wanted to be left alone, you would just shut your mouth and talk about true crime or whatever. Christine Chan, I haven't, Peach. Yeah, amen. And you know what? God's been, oh, I got so mad at God last night. I was like, oh, because it just seems like bad. Do you guys notice this? Nowadays, it's like bad behavior is accepted. And like people that do terrible stuff and gaslight people to get them to the point of breaking and snapping and stuff, people that break the rules and all this stuff, it's like, I got mad and I started cussing at God. I was like, you don't care. You do not care. And to be honest, because last night other shit was going on from the harassment I've received, I ripped up my Bible and I threw it in the trash. I love God, and like I said before, I have a dysfunctional relationship with Christ on my end. And right now, I really need prayer because I am angry at God because all I see is bad people getting away with stuff, and good people, it's like you could try to report people to YouTube, you could try to report them to police everywhere. And it's like, no, they're not doing anything wrong. They're just harassing the shit out of you. No, it's okay. No, it's okay if they go in and do all this terrible stuff. You know, call every form of income you have or anything. It's okay. That's okay. And that's why I'm mad at God right now. I really am mad at God. I'll get over it because I love Christ and I love God, but I'm pissed off at him right now and I need prayer. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Gulf Coast Mamas. I don't feel, or just people recognizing or stopping what they're doing. But yeah, this Bible's staying in the trash. I don't like it anyways. It's ugly. And I'm not saying because of what it is. It's like this big, weird, it's just gangly. Thank you, Cell 80. Had our differences, but it didn't last. He's always apologized for his actions. Yeah, I cussed Brooke out one time. That was like, what, a month or two, maybe 3 months ago, something like that. I always pray for the world and you. Thank you. I need the prayers. I really do right now. Because I'm just, I need, right now I've been praying and maybe, I mean, everything happens for a reason, but I'm praying for God to show me some sort of justice, you know, some sort of, and especially because lies, like the truth is not there. People aren't accepting it. And all I pray is for people to see the truth. That's all I pray for because the truth sets everybody free. That's why I'm pissed off at God because he's allowed the lies to be out there for so long to the point where it's you know, really affecting my faith with God. I want to report my doctors, but read I won't be taken seriously because of my mental. Yeah. And just like I'm not going to say the name because I'm not going to continue the anger with this person and outside of YouTube I've been dealing with stuff with this, but the person that asked for refunds from all their donations on PayPal, I was trying to fight that and I lost it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, someone was trying to say that I sell stuff on PayPal and I do not. So I was fighting that for quite a while and lost it. And it's like, when is God gonna like intervene here and make shit right? It's just really annoying. God will know what's been going on in her tiny pathetic head. And I don't even like want punishment. I want people to recognize their actions, you know, and recognize, you know, it's always pointing the finger in my direction. Look, he's mad again. Look, he's cussing or angry. And it's like, do you know why? Do you realize when you wake up every day to idiots, which I don't even click on the other videos anymore because I'm over it. I tried reaching out to that BX guy. He doesn't want anything to do with it because he wants to continue. So just keep up, whatever. I don't care about that anymore. But it's annoying. It's more annoying because, you know, I do my best to like, I'll see my picture pop up or name and I just skim right past it. But then somebody will send me a little clip and I can't help but hit play. For attacking me at 1:12 a.m. and used my name and number. Oh. Okay, Debbie, I'm excited to meet you, by the way. God doesn't always show justice in ways we may think he would. You're absolutely right. You may have gotten her justice and not know. We never really know. You are right. Thank you for that reminder. I'm just, you know, I'm just like, you know, it's the same thing as when we have a sick loved one. When someone, you know, we love has cancer or has a deadly disease or something, we get angry. Like, God, why are you allowing this? And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Of course, I'm not hating God, but first of all, this Bible, anyways, I never wanted to read this Bible. There was just something about it. I get God's word in the way I want to, but I'm just really pissed off at God right now. Really pissed off. um, I don't know why this is happening, but I pray that through the situation I can lead someone to you. I pray that you use me any way you choose so that your name be glorified. Aw, are you praying? That's cute. That's sweet. Hey, Mary. And is public record? No, let's please don't post any public records about anyone. Just especially those people. I don't want anything to do with those people. I want to stay far away from those ones. Bible had bad juju. Yeah, I guess so. I just never, I don't know. Kind of one of those scary it's just weird. Hear about her new puppy anymore. I wonder what she has done to it. It's like a group of strangers are looking through your bedroom window. Poke your tongue out and give them the bird occasionally. Hope they didn't see my neon light in the window. Did not heard that beautiful. Who had a puppy? Yeah, Angie, I'm really trying not to, and that's why actually I'm not even going to tell you that. I'll wait until about a month or so. But, mentally I've been trying to do things differently and register things in my brain differently and think more on stuff. Um, I just want to respond to things in the way that is the best way to do it, and not cussing people out. Are you talking about my privacy, Brianna CC? Well, I gave a kitchen lady a legal document with my address on it, and all of a sudden they're doing virtual tours of my home. That's how. My brother is fighting cancer, and I already lost a sister to cancer. It's hard to stay strong, and I'm praying for your family, Sal Lady. She has a house of pets and never satisfied. I know, God. I could be having the worst day, and I'll walk in and look at Carol's face, and she just brightens my day. Calling X subs in the middle of the night. How is that okay? That's what I'm doing. They hate having us being positive. They really do. When you get a chance, check your text and read the last text I sent you. No hurry. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I've heard this rumor or, this thing that MRB is raising legal funds to go against people. Let me just say something about that. When you do stuff like that, like legally and stuff, because I've talked to a lot of people, legal people over different things on YouTube. It's always going to stem back to the first part, what sparked the problem. So I am not afraid of anybody like her coming against me legally, because the first thing she ever did was defame me, and she could delete that video, but it's recorded on a file. So they would say, "Oh, where's your proof of that? Why'd you do that? Why didn't you retract your statement?" So you can try that all you want to, and you will lose. Because I've documented all the harassment from that woman, all of it, because I know how these people are. I have files on multiple people that have had to save stuff, because here's what they do. They say, they'll gaslight me, and I've got on here and responded. And there's been sometimes, I take it down because I don't want it on my channel, or I take it down because I don't want them to strike my channel, or they make threats. He needs to take that down or else. So I take it down. And then they turn around and say, he dirty deleted. He doesn't want people to see his actions. Do you think do you think I don't know that you people are recording my every move anyways? You're going to have it for your records anyways. I'm not deleting it because I'm scared. I'm deleting it because I don't want it on my channel. Your house, I didn't see the beginning of the live. Well, you would have to have my address in order to do that. And it's on Zillow, is where they said they did a virtual tour of my home when I gave you chat money. She did the same to me when I would talk to people she didn't like. That's true. Once you say or post anything online, it's there, never deleted. Absolutely. Hey, Allison Ward. She was just defaming you last month horribly. Yeah, she's been doing that for a while. And I'm not gonna look. Before I was like, oh, she is going through a hard time. So hey, Mary Vice. So I didn't want to do anything, but you know what? Enough is enough. You have not cleared up the slanderous lie that you said about me before, and you will correct it. And you will stop spreading my name like that and making people believe something that is false. You will stop that. I said I love Robbie, and I got this email how her subs were watching me. They're always watching. They're always watching. And surely we all should do some of it, MRB. Defaming you seems to be a hobby from listening to this. Yeah, they're gonna. God only knows. Look, anytime I could make a funny video, I make videos making fun of myself, and they will take it seriously. The video that I had with my Save Robbie doll being like possessed and stuff, and anytime I pull out my knife as a joke, these people don't see it as a joke. They're like, "Oh my god, he just threatened us." No, you're stupid. She said I was coping by now. Oh my god. Debbie, I'm sorry for that. Amen, you're right. When they go low, we need to go high. I know. That's what that's why I'm not on here cussing people out. I'm just responding to something that I just wanted to point out because it's just hypocritical. If anybody did that in their community, hey, Juicy Ant Covered Watermelon, if anybody did that in their community, virtual tour to anyone, they would be freaking out calling the police. Oh my God, they broke in my home. She did this virtual tour live with all her subs watching because I can't. She did not do it. No, she didn't. The person on her panel said Robbie stood in front of his apartment building and he doxed himself. So it's no wonder I did. Like she had to look up my address, right? Just because I stood in front of my building. And first of all, let me tell you, I was on a staircase. You couldn't see any part of the building or the address. So that's why I know Kitchen Lady, who had my address, just got my address 2 weeks ago when I served her papers, a cease and desist, about not talking about what she accused me of anymore. Now all of a sudden they have my address and they're doing virtual tours. Don't you find that odd? You love my fake bricks? Your parents lost 2 sons, one to cancer and one drowned. I'm so sorry, Miss Beasley with the bob. Both horrible deaths. As much as they loved and missed my brothers, my parents never became bitter, mean, or hateful. Hey, Rosalang. Email sent. Did you send an email to me? Hey, Limonade. Limonade. Do you want to come up here and clear something up real fast? Text me if you can. I'll send you the link. Hey, Amber Ann. Guys, what's 3 things you're thankful for today? And a person you're thankful for. Amber Ann and I do that every morning. Limonade, I'm going to send you a link just in case. Because the original part of this is when Kitchen Lady accused me and Limonade and other people of being on a panel making fun of her tragedy. Making fun of her tragedy. She said it happened on Limonade's panel that Limonade privated the video. No, it never happened. Hold on a moment. Oh, is that a chainsaw? Did Sally get a hold of my chainsaw? That isn't cool at all. I'm sure I will get blocked from her, but oh well. Yeah, if you're in here and you're one of her ramblers, you might want to come in under an alias because you'll probably get blocked from her channel. Ooh, Stephanie, that sounds fun. Coloring. You're grateful your sister's home from the hospital. One person you're grateful for and 3 things you're grateful for. Let's see. I'm thankful for the community of people I've met on here. I'm thankful for Carol. I said that one before privately with Amber, but I'm going to say it again. I'm thankful for Carol. And I'm thankful that I live with my Aunt Sally. And I'm thankful for my Aunt Sally. See how that works? Oh, Scarlett, do you have an email? How do I send it to you? You don't care who sees you, Regina? Other people in her chat used to say we love Robbie. Yeah, and then all it took was one rumor. And look, if I do something wrong and if I cuss someone out, whether it's the next day or maybe it takes a couple of weeks or days, I usually always want to resolve or work something out and say, hey, I did this. I'm sorry. And let's move on. And I always own up to my actions. The reason I've never owned up to what she's accusing me of is because it didn't happen. And I'm not going to sit there and apologize to somebody when it's not true. It's not going to happen. Yet somebody in the true crime community that claims, she saw me on this panel doing this prior to Mother's Day and claims this. If you're in true crime, where is your evidence? Nowhere. It is nowhere. Because it doesn't exist. Your children, a safe house, and food in the fridge. Thankful for your cave and dirt floors. Louise is thankful for her puppy, memories, and soulmate. Rest in peace. And your YouTube. Screen prints of every word I said and money. Listen. She watches. That's why I always say it's like the Wicked Witch of the West in the little crystal ball. She's watching everything. And if she's not, the flying monkeys are. Feel me? Don't agree with people making false statements about others. No. And it's annoying, especially when it's on a public platform. Move on. Think twice before spreading lies. I don't know. Sometimes I think that's the point, to spread a lie. Sometimes I think that is the point, because it creates controversy and a drama effect on your channel. And then that way it's real, because it caused a real debate or real argument. But the thing that it's based on is not real. It's fake. You want to talk about scripts? Thankful for your late husband. He was a wonderful man. I'm thankful for the friends that I've met here. Thankful that I woke up this morning. That is beautiful, Mary Vice. Your daughter's amazing reaction to getting her Barbie camper yesterday. An actual good night of sleep in God's grace. I was confused when she accused you because I couldn't figure out which video you supposedly said all this. I couldn't find it because it doesn't exist. Yeah, and you guys, come on, look. You see how somebody will be watching me or someone else and automatically clip it on another channel. Do you seriously think that if I was on a panel or anyone saying those horrible things that she accused us of, you think somebody wouldn't have clipped that within 2 minutes and put that all over the internet? Yeah. Hey, Scarlett.
Hi. Just 1 second. I'm sorry. Can you close the door,
Okay.
please? Thank you, sweetie. I just wanted to say hello and thank you for coming out and hanging out with me yesterday. That was so much fun.
It was.
I definitely want to have a meet and greet with you. And I totally feel you about MRB, MBA, whatever her name is. And, I've been there. And I have to tell you, today I did on my channel where we all have to, in this community, we all have to pull together, find the people that we love and that we can connect with and stay in that one type of community and not let others affect us. And we learn from each other and rise above from everything. We rise above from it because we have to. We have to.
And see, and I love nothing feels better than when, I have a confrontation or argue with somebody and then making peace with them. Like, I love that feeling of making peace. And, even if I blow up and get angry or hurt, that's always an option. Sometimes it takes longer in different situations for me to cool down, but I always want that.
Yeah.
Puppy!
Look!
Hi!
Oh.
Hey! Oh my God! Is
It's
that
one of my favorites.
a wiener dog?
Yes, a Dachshund
Oh
Mini.
my God, a Dachshund.
Minnie, and she travels with me everywhere I go. So if I see you, she's coming with me.
Oh, so cute.
Hey,
Oh my
squeal.
God.
So
Did you know that wiener dog or I can never say dachshund?
Dachshund. Yeah.
Those and Chihuahuas are some of the top 2 most violent dogs in the world.
I train mine not to be.
There you go. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could tell that one's not very violent.
No, she's still a puppy. She's going to be one in October.
They're very territorial, though. The
Yes.
wiener dogs, they will protect you. I have one my parents have her because they moved to Kansas and they're in love with her, but she's a Chiweenie. So
Chiweenie,
she's
I know. I
both,
love them.
and she's crazy. Every time I go out there, if you try to come near me, she will draw blood on you. And she doesn't like people touching me. It's crazy. She's like my little bodyguard.
So are mine. I
Yeah,
had
is yours a
Courtney in
barker?
New York. Oh gosh, the two of them when they go off, like wherever, like she is in a crate, like I leave the crates open, like their beds.
Mhm.
I have pillows and blankets and toys. It's so fun and cute in there. And you can leave it open and they'll be in there and they're just yapping. And it's like, guys, come on. Like
Yeah.
my Pomeranian Yorkie, he is a big yapper, big time.
Aw.
And she is too, but we're trying to teach her to come on only when there's people at the door or, you know.
I get so happy when I see dogs. Dogs are just happy creatures.
Yes,
They're just happy.
I'm grateful
Um,
for her. I'm thankful for my dogs, my children, having friends like you in the YouTube community, just and waking up every day, my family. And these people that come out and hate on us, it's just teaching other people that go on your channel that you are somebody and you're more special than they are. And I've had that said to me through a couple of people. And I thought about that and I'm saying to myself, like, you know what? That makes so much sense. And it does. Because why hate when there is a world full of hate? And I mean, we survived COVID and the riots. And I mean, and I say the riots, and I'm not directing it towards just one rioting, but
yeah.
it was just for everybody. Everybody just let loose like during COVID. And I think that a lot of people came out and saw that, you know what? We did the rioting, we did the COVID thing. Now we're all going to be Karens and we're going to find fault for everything and everyone because we can. And that's our mentality. But you know what? You got to rise above them. And I learned so much when my mom passed last year, like how to rise above everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank
Sorry to hear
you.
that.
Thank you.
See, that's what I'm working on
Yeah.
is, people and, including my own mother or anybody will be like, you need to stop responding or do this or do that. And with me, and I can't remember where I heard this, but somebody was saying the other day, when you're building muscles or when you fall down, learning to walk or whatever it is, you fall and then you get up and you try again and then you fall. That's what I'm doing because when you operate a YouTube channel and then you get more people coming in, you have bigger odds of having people not like you as well. And so I'm learning I'm like, going through the whitewater rafting through all like trying to get to the calmness and falling down and, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. Let me try again. Nope, that didn't work. And that's what I'm doing. And, people get to witness that because, I'm a mess online.
Right. No, me too. Me too. But it's all about learning and it's all about finding ways to utilize how to move on. And I think that a lot of people don't know that and they think like our favorite people, my favorite person that, with the website and everything. And your favorite person out here now, it's like, well, they're not our favorites, but I mean, they're people that need to realize, you know what, hey, you need to calm down, take a breather, step back. Your life is not as bad as you think it is. And a lot of that is projected through them either being bored at home, you know, taking on jobs at home, being stuck in the house, get out, do things, live a life, be happy that you have a life still. Because if anything, I think that that lady should have, kitchen lady, should have learned from the very start of that, like when that all happened to her, and how life is too short and how you have to rise above and find a way to move on and move forward. And I'm not saying like, oh, you got to get over it, like forget about it, move on. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like, you got to stop and just take a breather and move on and find a happy medium, you know? I mean,
I agree.
I don't know. People.
Thank you, Katie K. As far as that kind of stuff, a lot of people will say, you know, it's just YouTube, you know, just ignore it or whatever, or stop focusing so much on YouTube or whatever. And with me, a lot of people, I think even people, you know, my friends that don't even watch me on YouTube, that aren't, you know, my friends from growing up or whatever, will be like, oh, just ignore it, or you're on YouTube too much. But they don't realize, for me, I make actual connections on here. This isn't fake to me. Some people,
this is like work.
fake. Yeah. And so, you know, when it comes to people taking a virtual tour of your home, or contacting where you make money at, or contacting PayPal, that's when sometimes it's like, okay, I need to get on and address this or that, or maybe offer peace for this or that. So a lot of people think, oh, you're just doing that for attention or whatever. But no, it's to put an end to a lot of stuff, or bring attention to something. You know, it's not to bring attention to me, it's to bring attention to what's going on.
Yeah. Totally.
Eye checking convictions.
Totally. No, I totally agree with you. I feel like, you know, the minute that I saw your lives, I'm sorry about the barking.
That's okay.
The minute that I saw your lives and Natasha and the whole bunch of people were like, oh, don't watch those people, they're evil. And I'm like saying, no, I'm going to watch them because I can relate to certain things that these people are saying. And it's not necessarily a bad thing that I relate to people, but it's bad for them because it's all jealousy, and it's enough already, you know?
Yes. And you know, I was always, ever since I started my channel, you know, people put me in the middle and said, you choose one or whatever. And I always said, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that. And then when I saw people started talking about, you know, bashing people in recovery and making a joke out of sobriety and stuff like that, and I saw people like participating in these chats, I did. And I still, to this day, that's the only people that I'll ever say, don't come back to my channel, is when they go over there and they participate in these conversations, you know, and they're not leaving or standing up for not just me, but other people that are in recovery. So I've told a lot of people that have gone to certain channels still, and I blocked them or whatever, but that's the only exception I've made for myself. Other than that, I don't care where people go. You know, we shouldn't be able to tell people where to go or what to do. Oh, you're okay. We shouldn't. And I try not to, but then at the same time, it's like, wait a minute, if we're friends, it's not like I'm telling you where to go. I'm telling you not to come back to my channel. I'm not telling you where to go, but if you're going to participate in chats that are with my name in the thumbnail and my face, and it's talking horribly about me, yeah, I'm going to block you from my channel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a given.
Oh, yeah. I totally agree with you on that. Totally.
Yeah.
You know, I think that, you know, what you know, as you said, for your justice, the thing is this is your justice right now, because you are getting the word out there like I am. Like, I can't retaliate towards, you know, the chooch lady, you know, and I mean, you know who the chooch lady is. So
Church lady?
Chooch. Here's my t-shirt.
Chooch.
Yes, from Jersey Shore.
Oh.
I call her a chooch. Lana, I'll say it. I call her a chooch. And she's done some really evil things to people that I create, you know, networked with out here, and to me. And I don't know if you know the whole story, but we can go into that some other time. But it's like I wanted to retaliate so bad, but then my best friend was looking at my channel and she said, "This is your justice because you're getting the word out there on her. And even though you may use different names for her or whatever, just don't use the real name because I got not served, but I got she called the cops on me, and I had a lovely police officer call me and talk to me, and I explained the situation, and she said, "Oh, this is so unfounded. Like, this was in the heat of the moment. So just, you stay true to you, and she'll stay true to herself or whatever, and move on." And I'm saying, move on, lady. This lady affected me so badly to the point where my daughter was even upset, and my daughter came out this year, last year, and very prideful, very prideful. I love her. And she kind of was happy that I was getting involved with other people. And she kind of not idolized her, but was like, wow, this is a lady that I'm going to follow. So when she started doing this crap, she got tired of it, my daughter. And she's like, no, and she's like, I'm so angry. And I'm like, don't get angry. Like, this is our justice right now by talking about it and getting out about Fight for Family and what the website was really about. And that's our justice. And hey, I'm happy with it. But we do have that thing where when they do pull the Zillow thing with you, it's like, how does it stop? How does it stop?
Well, see, and I know that stopping on my end, it starts with ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why, it does start with me. And then there's some things where I'm like, I have to address this. But,
Yes.
there's times where I've done it in like an explosive, cussing kind of way or whatever. And that's why today I'm like, no, I'm not going to be mean. I'm just going to bring attention, because if somebody did that to them, shared their address or gone on a virtual tour, they would be going on and on for like 12 hours about
No,
it.
they'd be going on for a whole year about it because that's their mentality. It really is.
And then their excuse was, oh, well, he stood outside of his building. Well, you stand outside of your house. Your house is all these people do. So would that be okay to, Google map your house or whatever, and then take a tour around the inside of it? Come on. I mean, yeah, maybe people are curious, like, ooh, what's it look like? But if you hate me, why would you do that?
and use it against you. Because that's being used against you, and it's hurting, it's hurtful, but still, I mean, it's like, you know what? They're never going to make sense. We all know that they're this way. And sadly, the thing is that we all have to, I'm having a hearty laugh over a lot of them. I really am, because it just shows that, what, these people who told me, oh, to stay away from these people. It's like, really shows who they really are.
Oh yeah. No, I've been put in that position from that community a couple of times, and it's just, I'm all about intentions. If your intentions are good, just like, I've seen some people that go into chats that talk horribly of me and then they dip out or something. But when I actually had this one person, she messaged me and she said, hey, did you see so-and-so is dragging you right now on their channel? I never even heard of the person that was dragging me. And I said, I don't care. I don't want to look. I don't care. And this person had the nerve to be like, well, they're a really cool person. That's why I like their channel. Then see ya. I mean, I guess there's a difference between people watching for entertainment and then actually being your friend. But, if I saw that, I definitely wouldn't be like, hey, this person's dragging you and I really love their channel. They're really cool people. No, that's like, you might as well just kick me in the nutsack. You feel me?
Oh my goodness.
You're going to Florida, Debbie? Oh, no, thanks. Isn't Florida known for their oranges. Maybe an
Oh, I
orange.
love those oranges.
Hey, Joan.
I
Don't
think you
go.
can pick those oranges off the trees there.
Yeah. My grandparents lived in San Bernardino, California, and they had a lemon tree and all these things. You could just go outside and pick it right off the tree.
Fresh. Love it.
I wanted to say sorry to D Goodwin as well, because I think it was last week I was like, I'm blocking anybody that goes to Mexi's chat, and I saw you in there, but you were being nice. And so I guess there's some people where I'm just going to have to accept that, they support certain communities, but I just don't, because there are certain communities that, their moderators and stuff trash everything about me, and then it's accepted there. So that's why I get annoyed. That's another thing I'm trying to get used to,
Yeah.
Exactly, Angie. We are real. I can't, because I always say, in real life or this or that, but it is real life here, especially when people get so personal and they'll go after something outside of YouTube. That's either whether it's good or bad, whether it's a friendship or someone being angry with you.
Yeah.
I agree, Sharon. And you know what? Even people that don't agree or that are mean to me, they still have feelings. They're still human. They're angry for a reason, but we all need to practice on communicating that a little bit better, or a lot better.
Totally.
Jenna, not anymore. Not anymore. I'll just leave it at that. I just want to know whose channel I want to support. Yeah, and by the way, guys, I do not, let me make this very clear. I do not sell stuff through PayPal. Like, if people PayPal me, it's just a donation. That was something I was fighting with, because if you ever get a PayPal, you guys need to realize, if someone sends it to you, they can go through the option of like donation or purchase. Make sure it's not purchase.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure it's not purchased, because they'll go back and they can ask for a refund if they don't like you.
God. That, you know what? I think that happened with my book in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, I got emailed like, I want my money back for your book. It was so trashy. I was like, my book is not trashy. My books are like fictional,
Yeah.
It's like, how can you want money back for a fictional book?
Do you have a website we can order your books from or look at them?
Yes, I'm on Amazon under Scarlett Cassadine. If if you punch in Scarlett Cassadine, then you will come to Paris is Really for Lovers, which is my first book, and Saving Paris. Saving Paris. Wow, saving Robbie. That's
oh.
But
how do you spell that? Scarlett?
Same as here.
Cassadine. Okay.
Yeah, Cassadine.
I didn't realize your name is different on the screen than your channel. And then I'm going to put your channel link.
It's the same
in
thing.
Chat again too. Okay.
Yeah, I put it up earlier, but I feel funny. Like, I rather have you guys do it, because I feel funny just like going on and
yeah, I get that. I get that.
Not being disrespectful. But yeah, like, if you Google me, I'm like all over the place.
Oh, okay.
My life's an open book. I have nothing to hide. So
what kind of fiction do you do?
I do romance fiction.
Ooh.
And I also do editing for my clients that I took on after I worked on my books. So
well, I've had a really good, like, I have all these movies in my head.
Oh,
but I'm too impatient to put them on paper. Like, I just am too
maybe you need to put them on film.
Yeah,
it goes faster.
That's true.
Make a movie.
Then I have to like write a script and stuff, though, right?
Yeah, but hey, guess who you have as a friend, as a new friend?
I'll have to tell you my story. It's a really good mystery. It's really good. I have a bunch in my head. Like, in my head, I play movies like all day long, and I have a lot of free time to think throughout the day, and I get all these crazy ideas in my head.
I love it.
And so, you guys, I pinned Scarlett's channel link on here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Robbie.
Oh, Angie wants to be a co-writer. So by the way, you did good at the casino yesterday, right?
Yes, I did. I had the best luck ever. And yesterday, quick little story tidbit, I'd say. One of my friends that was there, her brother died last year of COVID, and we worked
Oh.
together. And the funny thing is that every year, like we used to do a tradition of going to the casino because after work one day, this is like back in the 90s when I was in my 20s. And we went after work, we were sitting there at the bar because he was a bartender at the place and she was a waitress and I was a hostess. And we just got in the car and we were driving and we drove all the way to Atlantic City and we stayed overnight. We stayed for the weekend actually because we worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we had off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we stayed at the casino, and that was like a joke. And so when she came yesterday, she was like half out of it. She was a little too drunk on the way. Our other friend drove, but it was like a bittersweet moment because we all got together and her brother wasn't there, but like we kind of had dinner and we were talking and like going through memories and things. And it was really nice. And I won big and I'm happy about that. But
Nice.
yeah. So I can buy you that Tickle Me Elmo, that huge one that you want. I'm going to get you the biggest life-size Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh my goodness. You know, I used to have one of them where he would drop on the ground and like kick his arms up in the air and stuff. They're crazy. Then I had one of those Furbies and he went psychotic on me. I kept resetting him and he just kept going crazy. And he would because they get mad, the Furbies, and they go crazy.
They go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter had like a whole bunch growing up in my son, and I was just like, oh my God, these things are like pure evil. Like I didn't know what to make of it. I was like, you want that? Okay. And then you like give it to them and you kind of walk away from them and they're like having fun with with the toys, and you're like, okay, you enjoy that now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going in the kitchen to have a cup of coffee. See you later.
They're so weird. Thank you, Debbie. They are so like mine. He just started talking. I don't know if I was neglecting him or what, but he started like speaking this weird language and like his eyes turned like red and like bullseye and they were spinning and he was like, and he wouldn't shut up. Even if I reset him, he'd start doing it again. So yeah,
it's like, hey, Siri's. And then your Siri goes on and you're like, what? Oh, it's like creepy.
Ooh, that would be a cool, they said they made a horror game based on Furbies. They should make a horror movie based on Furbies. Kind of like Chucky.
I'd like that. I'd like to see that. You should make that movie. We can add some of your ideas in there and then go to the real deal.
See, I like a good mystery, like a whodunit. And by the way, I'm excited today because I'm waiting today to see if they release information on Scream 5 because it's Wes Craven's birthday today and he's passed away. So I think in tribute, they're going to give us a little teaser. That would be cool.
If you find out, let me know because I love Scream and my daughter loves Scream. I got her into that.
Yeah, the 5th one comes out in January and it's just called Scream, but it's like a relaunch and it still has Nev Campbell and all them in it. So it's going to be exciting.
Is David Arquette going to be in it?
He is, yeah. But he was only filming for a short period of time. So I think that tells us, he's probably not going to last very long.
He'll die the first minute you see him.
Probably. I'm fine with that though.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. And then they have I Know What You Did Last Summer miniseries, a TV show coming out in October on Amazon.
I can't wait to see that. I love that. The fisherman dude, he really creeps me out. Is that the one with that's the fisherman dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got the TV show will have a different cast, but Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Nice.
90s slasher films, those were good.
Yes, they were. I loved those. Oh no.
It's Joan.
Yapping. Well, I'm going to let you run. Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, I have my dentist
dogs.
deep cleaning today here in like a couple of hours, so I'm nervous. I want them to sedate me. I'm having like anxiety about it.
Oh, you know what? You'll be fine. Oh, by the way, these all implants.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had a genetic disease from my biological parents, and I had horrible teeth, but I just finally got my implants in. So I understand. Trust me. And I'm
And I
going to
got
be
my
praying for you.
Yeah, I got my first 2 cavities, so they're doing the right side deep cleaning and a filler, and then left side will be next week, and then the following, I'm gonna do my wisdom teeth, so
You're going to be fine. I'm going to be right by your side.
Aw, well, thank you. And you
Well,
guys, I
thank
pinned her
you.
channel link, so make sure you go and check her channel out.
Thank you guys. You have a great day, and I got to get running and do some stuff. So I love you
Okay.
guys.
Love you
Take
too, have a
care.
wonderful day.
You too. Good luck today.
Okay, thanks. I know I'm getting, like, nervous about it, when I get nervous, I feel like I can't breathe anymore. Slasher films for your love of true crime. That is very true. But see, also slasher films, like, they think they're gonna surprise you when, like, one of the main people dies. It's like, it's not surprising. Sarah Michelle Gellar has died in almost every horror movie she's been in, including The Grudge. She survived the first movie and then ends up, spoiler alert, dying in the second one. And then, what is that? Halloween, the new Halloween movie's coming out in, November, I think. And they're like, Jamie Lee Curtis might not make this movie. This might be the end for her character. I'm like, the bitch already died in one of the Halloween movies and you brought her back. That's not surprising. Who cares? I don't care if Jamie Lee Curtis gets taken out of those movies. Or Nev Campbell or Courtney or David. Get them all. Yeah, I'm excited too, Rose. I've never seen The Exorcist. Only heard vile things about it. 1994 movie. What's the 1994 movie, Lufa? Anyone can come back from the dead. Yeah, guaranteed Scream. They're probably going to bring a bunch of dead people back in that one. I wouldn't be surprised if Drew Barrymore came back. Cheese and rice. Don't watch it. Oh, the 1994 one? Oh, The Exorcist, you mean? Fear Street. I keep hearing stuff about Fear Street. Oh, and I also wanted to say something else. So, Misery, there's this guy named Misery that used to have a channel. He used to follow true crime. He was doing a live stream on this guy that ended up going on a shooting spree, killing 3 people and then himself. And he was, covering that case. There's a woman on here saying that me and Amber's Alerts, who has a channel, were giving money to this guy in super chats before he went out and shot people. So if you're seeing that video, which I'm sure you might, that is incorrect information. I followed Misery's channel because I liked Misery, and I gave him super chats. So there's a rumor out there going around that Amber and I were donating money to this guy to go on a shooting spree or something, which is totally crazy defamation. That is incorrect information. I would not do that. So there's that. And also they were also talking about when I burned sage, it's animal abuse. When you burn sage, and I looked it up, incense is bad for animals. It actually says you can burn sage to calm your animals down. And I only smudge a little bit. Carol is just fine, so you don't have to worry about my hamster. She's just fine. Oh, and before I go, look, Laura, remember when she was on the other day, she made the Save Robbie candle. And let me see if I can find, where did I put? Let me see if oh, here it is. She also has a Molly Go Lightly one or a Perplex one, whichever you want. I'm going to put the link in the chat if you guys want to go, if you want a candle. Save Robbie candles. And Laura, I told her, I was like, just, make the candles. She could keep all the profit, whatever. And it looks like the proceeds are going to her little puppy. Has like vet bills and stuff. So there is Save Robbie candles, Molly Go Lightly, and all that good stuff. So I will pin that. if you guys want to go check that out. I know, Joan, it's crazy. Way too scary on my own. Carol is in good hands. Hey, Betsy Boop. Carol, not the animals. Now they are going for everyone. Yeah, I do love my Carol. I think that's why they're like going there, because they know that I love Carol and I loved Sandra so much. Which, by the way, Carol is not named after the kitchen one. Sandra and Carol are named after my favorite characters on my favorite TV show, Superstore. Hey, Jock Girl. Exorcist traumatized you? Yeah, I can't watch that. Demonic, weird. It's too much. Plus, she vomits, I hear. So, same woman who said that about Robbie Amber misery situation also said that my friend Mary named her bird Bella after a deceased child, which she didn't. She named it after a deceased mother. Rumors, rumors, rumors. Does the candle smell like you? Well, she asked me what scent I wanted. And I picked like this cologne scent she was talking about. But it looks like if you go to the candles, you can choose your own scent. There's like, it looks like there's like 40 different scents. And I have ordered Laura's candles before. And there's people that go around saying, her candles are a fire hazard or they don't burn and whatever. I have 3 of her candles, I believe. And they burn perfectly fine. There's no sparking or anything in my experience, and they're just fine. So, but of course, Laura has her own haters. So I even talked shit about Laura's candles in the beginning because I was mad at Laura for a while because she went on Kitchen Lady's panel and pretended. I was like, what the hell? And she had said something that we won't get into it because it's not important. That pissed me off. So I was like, Laura and her stupid candles. But then I ended up buying some and, talking to her. So it's all good. Ooh, matcha turmeric green tea. I need to make me some tea. A fire hazard that doesn't burn. Exactly. People should come to your channel. It's a much nicer place than outside your bedroom window. Amen to that. Even at 31, we're on the phone watching together. Yeah, I'm not big on horror movies, and more I'm like the mystery side, like a good slasher film where you have to figure out who the killer is and stuff. Like, other than that, I can't do Saw, stuff like that. It's a little bit too much. But anyways, guys, I'm going to rest a little bit more before I get ready to go to my dentist appointment. So wish me luck. Say a little prayer. And I hope you guys have a wonderful... She was just learning in the beginning and has improved. Of course, yeah. I have not seen that. I haven't seen Dr. Death yet either. Dave, right when I'm about to leave, Dave. I hope you have a good day, Dave. Dave, my lover. Mystery and suspense. Yes. All right, guys. I actually feel like I'm going to go dry heave. That happens every morning. I don't know why. But I'm going to go dry heave. And I hope you guys have a good day. Love you. Bye.
No chance.